Really? Yeah.
We're live.
Did you even roll the intro?
I did. I rolled the intro.
I'm really surprised. A little bit of a heads up.
No heads up
really
at all.
Small. No, just
no plans.
Just shotgun to the
Hey,
face.
you want to pretend?
So it's that kind of night tonight already. So hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another Technically Speaking live show that is just, boy, we're off to a good start.
I'm gonna go tell you, I'm saucy today.
Look, I've been here for the last 2.5 hours.
Yep.
Approximate.
Mm-hmm.
That's an understatement. This
Saucy
man
right now.
is, if ever there's a night where you're going to hear an F-bomb out of his mouth,
Might be today.
it's going to be the night.
I really don't want to.
No.
I
feel
don't
like
want to.
It's principle alone now, but man.
It is principle alone.
Woo!
But man, I am
Fired up.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
Fired
there's a real good chance if you cross me the right way, I might snatch that beard right up off your face.
Okay.
It's not towards you.
You know it's going to happen.
I know at this point you just want to poke the bear.
I have something in my pocket that I'm waiting to pull out.
No, you're
not.
not. No.
Literally, but oh man, I'm gonna get you tonight. I got one.
I see you
I'm
working.
waiting.
I see you
Waiting.
working.
What's going on, everybody? We got a marginally excellent show lined up for you tonight. It's been an interesting week, I think, for pretty much everybody. So
much so, we have a ton of things that we listed to talk about from an agenda perspective, and based on how the evening for me has been going, very busy. I haven't had a chance to put it in the description, so it just has our socials. That's it.
That's what's in the.
That's what's in the description right now. Just our socials. Jason, where you been?
Where you been, man?
Where you been?
Anyway, my name is Greg. This is the one and only, the illustrious. You're just gonna let him hang.
Just call me Peachy.
You gotta leave him. You
just
gotta
call
leave
me
him
Peachy.
more. Gotta leave him.
Just call me Peachy. Everybody calls me Scott, right?
Yeah.
It's Peachy.
It's Peach. Yeah.
How are you today? I'm Peachy.
Huh?
Oh, what you did there? I sees it. I swear to God, if any of you take that,
I cut you. Anyway. Sponsors. Let's do sponsors.
Oh, right.
Those are
Sponsors.
important. We love our sponsors.
We do. Sponsors. Today's show is brought to you by SHS Audio Department. SHS Audio Department is run by my guy, all of our guys, Scotty Boombox. He is exceptional. SHS Audio Department currently focuses on live DJ and MC events, podcasts, and audiobook productions, voiceover work, music production and licensing, multimedia services, and creative consulting. They are the wonderful folks that produce the show, The Vulgar Parenting Podcast, which, by the way, you don't know this, we sponsor that show.
Weird. I do know that, actually.
You do know that?
Yeah. We had this conversation a while ago, but it was a while ago.
Okay, so fair enough. Now we're actually sponsoring some of his podcasts, and we were on the last podcast, which is probably my favorite. One of the lines, no joke, from I'm coming around on life coach Choop. A lot. I love Choops.
Yeah.
President Miller is my guy, and Boombox is obviously my guy. We're like family, but Choops made the best line was, Baby mama doesn't like her because baby mama wants to be her. And literally, President Miller and Scott was like, I have chills right now because I feel like Ice Cube's in the studio. It was such a funny line at the time. Love it. I love every single solitary second of the Vulgar Parenting Podcast. So check them out. Vulgar Parenting Podcast. Give them a 5-star rating. Also, spoiler alert, there will be a very funny 5-star rating very funny 5-star rating in their show episode 16.
Oh yeah.
Spoiler alert.
You got
Little birdie told me about that one.
Yeah. Okay.
It's really good. I believe the word engorge was used.
Oh my.
Yeah. Really good. Really good. Anyway, SHS Audio Department. Check them out.
Outstanding read, sir.
Well, that was a read. That was a mess. I haven't practiced that in a while, and I'm edgy tonight.
You are.
I'm edgy.
You are.
I'm loud.
Yes.
I'm really loud.
Okay.
So if I'm shouting at you, I don't feel bad.
What I love about
what
this.
happened is,
what I love about this is this is Scott being real.
This is quintessential
real
Scott
right here. I feel like my dude's in the room with me.
Finally.
Normally we put on it's not that we put on airs, but we try and like tone it down because we're both pretty obnoxious. But
Yeah.
I mean, you're letting it all hang out, and I feel inclined to follow suit.
I mean, today is real. Like, it's
a real day. Okay.
Whew. All right,
Let's talk about some.
Well, hang on.
things.
Let's check. Do we have a live chat where I have to make any comments on?
There are a lot of people waiting for us. A lot of people talking to us.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor's in the house.
The mayor.
The mayor himself.
What?
We have a special request by Jason to talk about the iPhone X.
iPhone X. The X or the 8?
The
I
X.
held the 8 today, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went to Best Buy. Checked it out.
That's very interesting.
I've actually watched a lot of videos on the iPhone 8.
Ethan is interested in the S6 versus the iPhone X.
Wait, somebody did
which
that?
I think is hilarious. Yeah.
Oh, is that the meme that says "Welcome to like 2015 iPhone"? Is that the meme? I think that's the meme where it says it's like, oh, it has this, and the iPhone or the S6 had it, and then the iPhone gets this, and then the S6 had that. I think that's a funny meme.
Quite possibly. I'm looking at Jason says we're too loud. Is that accurate, guys? Are we too loud? If we're too loud, let us know in the comments, and we'll crank the volume down. Mr. E-Root wants to know what the hell an aluminum falcon is, which I get that reference, and it makes me laugh.
Hang on. Let me turn. Oh, boy, that probably sounded awful. Sorry, guys.
My bad. And
all right, I turned it down.
if you guys have any comments or anything like that, especially related to whatever story we happen to be rambling on about, definitely leave them below, and we will be more than happy to read those off and comment on them live. But let's get into talking about something tech related.
Since it's been like 6 minutes, and all I've done is
it's just the longest intro ever.
Okay, so that sounds better. Thank you, Ethan.
Sweet, thank you.
Glad. Longest intro ever, but today, honestly, I don't care. You guys are gonna get real me.
Yeah.
So
not as real as it gets.
It's gonna be. Wait, what was our Italian guy? Hey, it's gotta be a little bit loud. Hey, whatever. Anyway, phones. iPhone 8, Pixel 2.
Shut up in your face.
Shut up in your face. The iPhone 8, the iPhone X, Pixel X, the Pixel 2 XL.
Yes.
Also.
What else you got?
What else? What other phones came out?
I mean, the iPhones are
okay. The iPhones
the big
are out.
story,
Yeah,
right?
Okay, the iPhones are
Pixel 2, because that is like right around the corner, and there's a lot of information that's come out in terms of like what we're really going to get out of the Pixel 2. We talked about a lot of it last week.
Okay.
We'll probably recover that, and now that we know more about the iPhone 8 and the iPhone X, we'll probably talk a lot about like where those overlaps are and like still which one is your go-to. Your phone breaks today, which phone are you getting type of deal?
I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. I'm waiting for that. And
you
then
have my attention.
You have my attention, but I'm going to go with this. So the iPhone 8, I think it was Danny Wingate.
Bonaducci?
Danny Bonaducci. I think it was Danny Wingate on Twitter said specifically.
Yeah.
He filmed 4K at 60 frames a second for an hour.
Yeah.
With the iPhone 8, and the phone was finally hot at an hour. At an hour.
That's 4K, 60 frames a second. It took an hour for that phone to warm up, and Jason is 100% on the nose. That A11
beast
is a monster. So that
beast.
The big, I would argue, like the reason if you're going to get a new iPhone is because of the processor that is in the new iPhone and the iPhone X, and that is the A11. That thing looks like an absolute destroyer. I would be tempted to buy the iPhone 8 for that alone.
So that
for
plus
sure.
the fact that the combination of the camera actually scored, was it the DOX or whatever it was, that score is, the Pixel scored very high. The only phones that are better than the Pixel, according to this website, is the iPhones. That's it.
Let me take a moment here.
It's Greenskeeper.
It is the one and only the land grant greenskeeper. Miniature stroke there. This podcast unofficially sponsored by Land Grant. I am a huge fan of Land Grant, especially the Greenskeeper. This is probably one of my all-time favorite beers. I could drink this by the truckload for sure.
So he filmed 4K at 60 frames a second for an hour, and the phone only got hot at the hour.
Which is impressive.
Which, I mean, that's 60 minutes. That's a lot. Like, I don't know what you're doing.
The amount of data that you're doing encoding on the fly to do 4K.
That's a lot.
That is a truckload of data.
Now, somebody
and all
did
that usually
mention-
takes.
I think it was Kevin Ninja Kevin or something like that.
Yeah.
So, well, what's the bit rate? We never got into that part. So I don't know.
True. Right.
I don't know
mean,
that. All I'm saying is there's a particular reason this is going directly at, okay, Google, I see that you finally... Oh, I did it. That was not intentional. Sorry, folks. So that was going directly in the competition with, I'll write
That name.
that thing. I almost said that school. Oh, God. This is saying, I see that you have a great camera in your Pixel. I'm going to one-up you. I'm going to go, the mayor has spoken.
Yes.
I already know. I'm going to one-up you in this. So, I agree with this because we're getting to the point where it's diminishing returns, right? The Pixel camera is great, and I love it. If you tell me that the iPhone's better, great. As long as it's not worse.
Yeah.
It's
I
nice and fast and crisp, and the photos and everything like that taken
At
is
this
great.
point, if you have a camera that is worse than whatever the industry standard is,
That's just
that's
your
a deal
choice.
breaker.
Yeah, that's your choice.
Well, so a new phone, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're coming
yeah.
out with a new product that has a demonstrably worse camera, to me that's a deal breaker unless you're trying to, like, okay, we had to make a sacrifice on the camera so that we could bring you this new thing.
Waterproofing.
Well, waterproofing is not an excuse. So it has to be something that like really pops for that device. And I don't know what that thing would be.
A headphone jack. A headphone jack.
I mean,
Bingo!
Yeah, done. There it is. Headphone jack. You heard it here first.
I didn't mean to, Ethan. That one was unintentional. I swear to God, that one was completely unintentional.
That is hilarious.
I didn't mean to.
I love the claps in there too.
I know.
Because I immediately picture like, Scott, stop.
Setting off my Google Home. And he's like... That's what I imagine.
Hey, Alexa. We're jerks.
Anyway,
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sorry.
I'm not sorry because if I had one, I'd be doing the same thing. At least I didn't do the whole Eric Cartman thing. Hey Alexa, something about my Harry. Da, 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 da.
I'm telling you. Look, if you guys have not seen, I don't know if it's the last episode of South Park at this point because I don't know if another one has come out since then. But it's one of the most recent South Parks. The whole bit with Eric Cartman talking to all of the smart devices is one of the best bits I've seen in a long time. So funny. So funny. It's on YouTube. Look it up. Okay, so
The Pixel 2, I'm really interested to know if it's going to be able to handle that. And I don't know if
4K 60 frames.
It can't.
You don't think so?
Uh-uh.
Well, so the A11 is definitely a massive, if not the reason why the iPhone 8 is.
I shouldn't say can't. I don't know, obviously.
I mean, but we do know. Do we know what processor's in it? Snapdragon 8 something.
You know, so
Is
here's
it going
the,
to
so
be
here's
anything
probably
surprising?
So here's the thing that's probably the most frustrating, right? Is I don't think.
I know it's super frustrating to me too.
Oh God.
A dad
You know
joke.
that scene?
A dad
You know that
joke
scene in the movie Out
on
Cold
live? Yeah.
where the guy was like,
I love that movie.
slams
Yeah.
him into the. You almost got that.
Oh, thank you.
Anyway.
I love that movie. That's a totally underrated
So
movie.
the Pixel XL that I have right now does 60 frames a second at 1080p.
Yeah.
But the Google Camera app, I don't think does. I had to use another camera app to do that. So it's
I
very...
did not know that. I did not realize that.
I'm pretty sure. I'll check that here in a second. While you'll
Fact check yourself.
I'm going to fact check myself on the fly. But probably the most frustrating part of that is it actually can handle it.
Yeah.
Because I use... oh my God, what's the software that I use? Filmic Pro.
Yeah.
That has the ability to make that setting. So
Yeah.
the sensor itself can handle it, but the camera app doesn't. No, I am going to talk about the V30 because the V30 will have 830.
So
I thought it has 836.
I was gonna say, so everyone is commenting now that the it's gonna be a Snapdragon 835, which
I thought there was an 836.
which although powerful,
You take that one.
I would be interested to see what the actual benchmark data is between the A11 and the 835. Like I would love to see that information because I think we talked about it briefly last week too. So there was a leak. I guess not really a leak, but there was an image that somebody had posted that was supposedly from the A11. It was benchmark data. I think it was Geekbench benchmark data.
I can change it.
Oh, wow, that looks really weird on your screen. Right. Sorry.
Whoa!
Yeah. It's like super fluid as he's doing 60 frames a second recording.
Yeah.
I digress.
Sorry.
So supposedly benchmark data on the new iPhone 8 A11 processor. And I know we talked about it last week because the thing that kept blowing me away is that by the numbers, again, just by the numbers, it was benching higher than the 2016 13-inch MacBook Pro. That's insane. If you have a mobile device, if you have a phone that is putting out numbers that are better than a laptop,
Yep.
you got a winner on your hands. And that's the thing that makes me the most interested in. If those numbers are accurate, you might get me on an iPhone.
That's the thing.
Just
is like,
might, because that I would like to be a part of.
what do they have to lie about? Like, I guess that's my thing. Is like,
Well, it's not a matter of lying. It's a matter of whether or not the test was accurate, because it's possible to either, I don't know, fudge what the system reports itself as, and so maybe I did the Geekbench test on an actual laptop and just said, oh yeah, I'm this new iPhone. You know what I mean?
fair.
So there's no way of validating that until we start to get those things out in the wild, until we start to get people that are actually running the real benchmarks on it, until we collect multiple sets of benchmarks to make sure that you're getting a real statistical average on what those numbers are. I mean, yeah, I'm interested.
Okay.
I'm very interested.
Okay. Give me some comments that I gotta answer.
So here we go. Everyone's talking about the 835 in the Pixel XL2, which we will find out, Scott. Sure.
October 4th.
I feel like
There's
there's
something else major that happened that day. Let me just go ahead and tell you right now.
It's not important, whatever it is. So somebody else says
shut
that.
your hole. So let me just ask you this. I'm in a mood today. I think everybody what they should do is the week. Oh god, my phone's freaking out.
Having a stroke.
It's
do you
literally.
need
like
me to cover down for you?
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
I literally think.
Literally.
Bruh. All of you that watch our live show next week, which would be the show right before my birthday, should super chat us $1. I'm just gonna say it. I don't even care. I don't even care.
You're such a whore.
I don't even care.
As long as you get paid. So Jason points out that Snapdragon has issued a statement saying that there's no 836 coming out this year.
So it's an
I
835.
have not seen that. Not that I'm discounting
Lies!
at all. Yeah, I'm sure that's probably accurate.
Yep.
Dean, nobody has mentioned the quality of said video at 4K at FPS, 60 FPS. Surely this is important. Does it have OIS? Optical image stabilization.
Yes.
And we honestly don't know. We know the iPhone does.
The iPhone does.
Yes.
Yes. So the whole 60 frames a second, that same guy, Danny, when he was filming that, he doesn't like the way that videos look in 60 frames a second, regardless of the camera.
He
specifically said it's
effect.
Yeah, he says he just doesn't like that anyway. He likes to film in 24 frames a second. But that's somewhat subjective to some to say like they like it or not. I like me personally, I prefer 60 frames a second. I don't prefer 24 frames a second. There are some that prefer 24 frames a second. So it's just a matter of it is what it is.
I mean, I have to wonder whether or not.
Yes, super chat of $1. I love you.
Jason wants to know if you're going to be 21.
21 plus, but yes, I will be
minimum of 21.
I will be minimum of 21.
Yes.
Minimum of 21.
I'm always fascinated by the 60 frames a second argument because I'm a PC guy, right? I'm an IT guy. I'm a gamer. I play a lot of video games, not only on console but on PC as well. 60 frames a second and higher is no stranger to me whatsoever, right? I have been on this 60 frames bandwagon for a long time. Mm-hmm. What's exciting to me is we're finally getting people out in the consumer space that are interested in and even requesting in some cases things shot at 60 frames a second. Mm-hmm. So this is like the onslaught of 60 FPS content. We've even had major motion pictures shot at 60 frames a second. The Hobbit comes to mind. I went and saw The Hobbit at 60 frames. It is weird. It is super weird to see a motion picture shot at 60, but you adapt to it relatively quickly. So what I'm hoping for, big pie in the sky here, what I'm really hoping for is that this is the beginning of kind of people coming around to getting used to that larger than life, or like more fluid than life soap opera effect of 60 frames when we start to see movies and other content that's shot like that, because there's a lot of cool things you can do with higher frame rates. So that's my 2 cents. Also 144 hertz. I wish I had a monitor that supported 144 hertz or 1440p, but now we're getting hyper dorky.
Okay, what else am I missing?
Um.
Let's talk about the V30.
Yeah.
Ethan, I know that
I know nothing about the V30.
V30
other than,
is
like,
a
pictures.
Beautiful.
This is what I hear from everybody.
Phone. I'm going to go out here. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'll bet that the V30 will be higher than the Pixel, not the original Pixel, not the Pixel 2. The original Pixel. The original Pixel, in terms of photo quality. I think you'll see the original Pixel fall down the list, but let's be really specific about what we mean when we say fall down the list. It's still a great camera.
Without
question. It is
a
wonderful camera. Yeah. But now you're working in terms of when those I think they're like a doc score or a DO score, whatever it's called. That particular score, you're now in the 90s. Like you're fifth, and you were first last year, but you're now going from 90 to 94. So you're getting close to diminishing returns at the top. You could have a phone like the Pixel, like I have, and take great quality photos, and you're never going to care.
Yeah.
It's just not going to be, I have the best. If you want to keep up with the Joneses, go get yourself a brand new iPhone. Go ahead. Do it. I dare you. But that V30, I argue, is probably going to score relatively high, too. There are reports coming out saying it has the best Android camera ever. Ever.
That's a bold statement. That is a bold statement.
From what I know, I think the Pixel 2 is based off, loosely, the V30, like especially the screen.
Interesting.
And if that's the case,
well,
it is a gorgeous, gorgeous screen.
So, Pixel 2, rumored to be produced by, or do we know for sure?
It's for sure produced by LG. LG is the Pixel 2 XL. HTC made the smaller one.
Yeah.
The really blue, whatever that is. Like, whatever. Like, there was I think it was Tuesday. It was like, oh, and you get a leak, and you get a leak, and you get a leak. Let me be very, very specific with what I'm about to say. I hope that the Pixel 2 XL price is not $849. I thought that it would be. I don't want it to be.
You want it to be lower.
I want it to be lower. And this goes back to the thing of that somebody actually wrote an article that we talked about. Android has a problem in its iPhone, but it's not the new iPhones. It's the new iPhones
7.
aren't the problems. It's the 6 Plus or the 6S, the 7s, and now the 8s. So you're getting the people that are 6S going to 8s, not the X. Throw the X out. It's all experimental at this point. No one knows what to expect with the X.
No. I think it's safer to say that no one really knows exactly what to expect with the Pixel 2 XL. I mean, we have a pretty solid idea of it, but that there's still we don't know for sure. We have a really good idea, but we don't know for sure. The Pixel or the iPhone X, we at least know, like we or pretty much everyone at this point has watched. We watched the speeches about it. We saw the product demonstrations. The reviews are starting to roll out now. We may not know the depth of it, but we know that there's a lot of features in the iPhone X that are, let's be real, they're pretty unique. There's not a lot of phones out there that have those types of features, and I don't think that the Pixel 2 XL is going to be as innovative, and that's innovative with the world's biggest pair of quotes, because Apple innovation annoys the crap out of me. But like, is it going to be enough? Is the Pixel 2 XL going to hide enough features to really warrant competing price-wise with an iPhone 8, with an iPhone X?
That's my thing.
I don't think it is.
I think the X is. When I say like take the X out of it, what I meant is now Apple has a lineup of phones that can go toe to toe with the lineup of phones from Android. That's what I mean when I say that.
Yeah,
it is a. If I take the X out of it, it's $1,000 experiment, basically, at this point. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
Apple innovation, crazy. Got it. But let's actually compare what it is. They really need to price better than the iPhone 8.
Yeah.
The Pixel 2 XL, my opinion.
So
you have to price at the iPhone 8 or lower.
So you think the winning strategy, and by the way, I agree with this because I'm a consumer, do you think the winning strategy for Google would be to price the Pixel 2 both of them, the Pixel 2, make it a premium device at a sub-premium price, and that would win.
Take like, okay, if I can't remember what the iPhone 8 is. Let's say the iPhone 8 is $900. Take it $799.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that $799. Now it'll be funny. My wife will probably never see this. She'll say this. I go, it'll say $799. And be like, it's $700. She goes, it's not. It's $800. It's $800.
Well, there's that 7 in the front,
right?
though.
But
It's
that
like the
number
same
matters.
thing.
That number matters from a psychological.
It's the psychology of the sale. It's absolutely
it's $200 less, but it's not. It's actually $101. It's very much not $200. But in my head, I can go, oh, it's $200 less. Totally not $200 less.
Yeah.
But that's what Google needs to do.
Yeah.
That's what they should be doing. Don't price to the iPhone X. You can't do that yet.
Well, I feel
you're
like,
not there.
I feel like they can if they get creative and inventive with what their product is, and I just don't. I feel like Google is still trying to. Let's be real. Apple has such a massive lead on the idea of we're a premium company, we sell premium devices, everything is about the design, everything is about the integration. Mm-hmm. We complain about integration all the time with Google products. They're not there. So I just don't feel like even the Pixel, which was a massive jump over the Nexus series, I feel like barely earned the title of premium device at a premium price point. And I don't, so far what I've seen, I don't feel like the Pixel 2 is going to be there. So I'm really interested in what the price point is going to be.
I hope. So Jason just brought up a great point.
That's a problem.
Jason just brought up a great point. iPhone, I think you mentioned for Plus, iPhone 8 Plus 64 gigs is $799. That's the price point Google needs to beat.
Yeah, if it's more than that, I think Google's got a problem.
That's a problem. That is a massive problem.
Do you think they do another round of you get free Google Photos uploads for life, original quality, all that jazz?
For Google or for Apple?
No, for the Pixel. For the Pixel 2.
I hope so. I can't imagine that they would.
If they don't, I feel like that's a straight up deal breaker.
I can't imagine that they would.
You gotta have something. Like it's gotta be more. If you're not going to really innovate with the device, you have to have something more than that.
And maybe they're gonna say like unlimited drive storage. Now that, unlimited drive storage,
yeah,
drive storage.
I
How many
don't
times
use it.
Drive.
I don't look.
But if you had it unlimited, you would use it. I would put all my files in it.
Here's the thing. Google's not going to do that because you're going to have... It's the same problem that you have with ISPs, Internet Service Providers, that take a look at the customers that they have, and what they will always cite is that the overwhelming majority of people fall into the smallest percentage of Internet usage. And it's the 1% of Internet people, and those are a-holes like me. I would argue more so me with the amount of crap that I download on the internet.
Okay, yeah, I mean it's fair, but
plus streaming, plus video games, plus everything else.
I mean, 500 gigs a month for us, is
routine.
Oh yeah, 500 gigs.
Yeah,
and that's just when I'm home.
Yeah,
that doesn't count when I'm at work. What I'm getting at
actually,
is like,
I would say that we're probably on the same level, because the thing that I always fail to take into account is you are a streaming household. You have cut the cable, so
completely gone. I stream
everything. Yeah. So you probably do actually go. You're probably in that 1%. I bet.
I have to be, because I made the choice to do that, and it is what it is.
So with Google, I would say the reason they wouldn't offer unlimited drive storage is you're going to have that 1% of people like me. Like I have a 12 terabyte storage array sitting in my house. If they offered unlimited backup to drive, you can bet your whatevers that I would back up all my stuff out there.
The problem is, and I've noticed this, because I'll back up some of my I'll back up like the things that I do for Final Cut, and it takes forever.
The upload is ridiculous.
It takes forever. Yeah. Okay, so we kind of beat the phones thing.
Yeah, phones we murdered. We want to talk about.
Does anybody else want to talk about phones? I know you guys ask a lot of questions about phones. Anyway, Ethan, to talk about the V30, I wish you would have waited for the V30. It's going to be awesome, and I'm sorry that you didn't, because it's going to be baller. Baller.
Jason says Samsung is better than Google.
I don't know about that.
Samsung makes
better
pretty
than
devices.
Google.
They make pretty devices.
Very pretty devices. They also make Bixby hardware buttons.
Also, I mean, their TVs used to be like the de facto standard, especially in the days of plasma. Like you could do no wrong if you had a Samsung plasma TV.
Agreed. They
But-
put a what?
You want to try? Scott's having a stroke.
Bixby button. Beasto.
Why would you do that? Why would you do a dedicated hardware button?
Someone actually said that they essentially cornered themselves into a button. I was like, I don't really know what that means. They put a hardware failure on the button. Hey Greg, was your Twitter hacked or something?
I mean,
Could be.
I really hope not. That would be inconvenient.
What's it say? Does it say that he likes porn?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Twitter also tends to be a little bit of a stream of consciousness for me, or it's
Mine too.
randomness.
Anyway, I really, really hope that the Pixel proves me wrong. I really do.
If it's about adult language, that's
real.
That's pretty much me. Yeah.
We were running real late today.
Also, again, I tone it down for the live show, but
that's real.
Yeah,
Real
Twitter,
recognize real.
Twitter's my Twitter's my outlet.
Hey guys, I spent 55 cents to boost my my Facebook post on this live show. Is it working?
Well, I mean, we got
I
people
don't know.
watching.
We got people watching. It's all of our regulars, which I really love.
Ethan, let me know about the Twitter comment, because you
You want to talk about Ccleaner?
hang on. He replied to one of my tweets and it wasn't really English. I'm sitting on my phone, so I'm hoping that wasn't it. But now you got my
He replied
attention.
to one of my tweets and it wasn't English. What did you do?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Anyway, so Ccleaner.
Pause. Yeah, talk about that for a
Go
second.
to tweets and replies.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
When?
Yeah, I don't see that.
Was technically speaking hacked?
That would also be inconvenient. I would be impressed.
Somebody recruited an extra person. Yeah.
I would be really impressed if
Samsung just sent out updates.
Oh. Gotcha.
Okay.
I know that story. That's a fun story. We'll talk about that one offline.
Okay.
Yeah. But that, yeah. I mean, there's nothing super big about it.
Cleaner.
So Ethan, let me know like what date that was, because I'm scrolling back.
It was English. I more meant stupid grammar. Oh.
Well, yeah, because I'm an idiot. So.
He is pretty stupid.
Which one was it about? He said something, and I said I need about 400 more likes to give this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Cleaner. Ccleaner.
This, yes, Jason, this is a Nexus 6P.
Ccleaner?
A little bit of an antique, still running strong. Ccleaner.
Jesus, talk about Ccleaner! I've been talking about it for 5 seconds!
Ah, God, I'm so sorry I couldn't reach
God,
it.
I'm
Hey,
sorry that
way
I
to-
yelled.
Way to clip the microphone.
I don't care if I
Appreciate
clipped it.
it.
You're
So, people that are running Windows, and that's not a slight at non-Mac users, because I still have a bunch of Windows machines sitting at home, but I digress. Ccleaner is a piece of software that has been around for a long time, that is used for cleaning up the atrocious crap that is usually on Windows machines. Turns out, they accidentally distributed about 2.27 million copies of Ccleaner that had malware all over it. That's not small potatoes. Usually you hear about malware that gets distributed, or you hear about websites that get hacked, but it's pretty rare that you hear about like awesome software, don't get me wrong, but awesome software that the bad guys managed to get a hold of and embed with some really bad stuff and then distribute it out. And the fact that it stayed quiet for, I gotta look here. It stayed under wraps for a while. Like there was a long time that this was basically being distributed. Okay, available from August 15th to September 13th before they finally figured it out.
That's like, what, 29 days? 30 days? 29 days? That's a
That's
lot
while.
of days.
Yeah. And this is if you're running a Windows machine and you're doing any type of like regular maintenance on your computer, you're probably fairly familiar with Ccleaner.
I was not familiar with it.
Well, yeah, but you don't do much on your Windows laptop either.
I do work. I do work,
but I does work.
Ccleaner's on Android too? I did not know that.
Nobody uses it on Android.
Something tells me Dean may have used it on Android since he knew
Quite
that.
possibly.
Dean, did you use it on Android? I hope not.
Yeah,
Otherwise, your information is mine.
Oh, also,
that was a really good
also, hang on. Dean. My dude, don't think I didn't catch your comment about Ethan. He is American. What would he know about English?
I mean, he's kind of right.
Shots fired.
He's kind of right. I almost never mind.
That's dirty.
That's not.
Dirty,
I want
man.
Dean to come back.
Yeah,
I love you, Dean.
that's dirty. Yeah, I
heard
love you,
you.
Dean. Don't worry.
Anyway, moving on.
I'm giving you grief.
So we talked about Ccleaner.
Brother from over the pond.
Let's talk about other dumb people.
So this
like the king of dumb.
This is easily my favorite story that has run all week. So
dumb.
Equifax
and story over.
Equifax got caught.
You got
caught retweeting, and this is their this is all of their official accounts. They got caught retweeting a phished site. So there is fortunately, this was a security researcher who knows enough about security to say that the way that Equifax was handling their breach of consumer data was not good. It was open to a whole bunch of attacks, and what he noticed was that Equifax was distributing an external URL, so not something that's tied to the actual Equifax.com domain. So they had this external URL that they were distributing out, giving to their customers and saying, hey, go here, see if you've been hacked. Now, the website itself, whether or not it is actually giving you real information, whether or not you are signing away your rights to sue the snot out of Equifax in the event that they mishandled your data. That's a different story entirely.
That was problem one. That was like the first day. So like, so from September 7th, when we basically found out about this, to today, Equifax just continues to just shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Repeatedly. Yeah. So they link to this phishing thing, right? Well, now Experian is also getting on the whole amount of dumb. Experian allows users to undo a credit freeze by just knowing a handful of information from the breachable facts.
Yes.
You can call Experian with the breached facts in your hand and go, hi, I'm Greg. Unfreeze my credit. Can you validate?
Here's my data.
Yes, I can. What do you need? Okay, we'll unfreeze. I just bought a car.
Yeah. Well,
I bought a cheap car.
You financed the cheeseburger?
I got some cheeseburgers. Guys, you've got to be smarter than this.
But again,
they're all stupid.
But what sucks about this is, yet again, it's the consumers that are left.
We're kind of holding the bag.
Yeah, absolutely, because the companies, they either don't care, which is, I mean, probably accurate, or they're definitely not financially incentivized to want to take security seriously or change their process or anything like that. And yeah, so the attack changes just as quickly as the hack rolls out, and then we're the ones that pay for it. It's unbelievably frustrating.
So Experian makes it easy to undo a credit freeze, resetting a subject's PIN through an easily accessible account recovery page. Not even talking to a person.
Yeah.
Let's automate it.
Look,
hey, I'm all on the automation train, and I know you are too.
Heck yeah.
But I believe that we should probably have some controls in place.
Jason says finance an iPhone X. I would love to get the statistics on how many fraudulent iPhone X's are ordered because of this Experian plus Equifax.
I'll tell you in November. Shh. I'll tell you how many I get shipped to my house.
Ethan, yes, Americans do drive stick. I love driving stick. My favorite car, basically of all time, was a 2006 Civic Si. That thing was so much fun. It was 6-speed manual. One of my all-time favorite cars.
I also know how to
totally unrelated.
I also know how to drive a stick. My all-time favorite car that I actually drove was a...
Were you saying I didn't actually drive that car?
You did drive that car.
Yeah.
Mine was a 2014.
That's right.
Rolls Royce Grand Coupe.
No way.
It was purple.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I did not know
You
that.
didn't know
I didn't
that?
know you drove
Like,
a Rolls Royce.
It's like a boat.
That's
It was so
funny.
smooth.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was fast.
Huh.
Yep. And one of my former
I was
roles,
unaware.
I had the ability to drive a Rolls Royce. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to talk about that one.
Take it offline?
Oh yeah. That's really
Yeah.
interesting. I'm interested in the former role part, like what
You know what
that
it is.
was.
You just gotta think about it.
I mean, I have a pretty good idea of which
It's
one
an
would logic.
auto
Exactly.
manufacturer. Yeah, you got it.
I got
That's
you.
the
Okay.
one. They own them. You know that, right?
Yeah, but
It showed up. It was a convertible. It was baller.
that's so
it was
freaking
so
cool, man.
pretty. It was purple. Like, I don't know. I'm not a purple guy.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find a photo of it, and I will put it on my Instagram. The grill was just massive.
I bet it was.
Oh, it was beautiful. Just beautiful.
I figured that's what it was, but I wasn't 100% sure if
Yeah.
that would have been the same thing.
Pretty sure
So,
it was 2014. Might have been 2013.
so stick
2014.
in America is not something that's terribly common, which is really unfortunate because I mean I feel like there's nothing. This is way getting off topic, but I feel like there's nothing like there's something just visceral about like the feedback you get from driving stick. I freaking love stick. If were it up to me, I would probably only own stick cars until I was
God, I
too
can't wait to
old
edit
and
this
arthritic.
audio.
Why? You're just gonna add it to make me sound even more like an idiot.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Anyway, this page only asks for
Thanks.
a person's name, address, date of birth, social security number,
That's it.
and then they can retrieve their credit freeze pin.
That's all.
Look,
Stuff that's already out there.
do like what I did.
Yeah.
Make them call you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Make
yeah,
them
yeah.
call you with anything, including a phone number change. Make them call you. It's the best defense
Yes.
strategy that I can give you. Take it out of their hands because very clearly they can't do anything related to the security of your data. So take it into your own hands and said, you will get this information from me. I actually set up answers to questions
Yeah.
that they have to ask me out of pocket.
So things that are not real answers that you just like made up on the fly, but I mean also obviously
know what
took
you
the
mean,
time
yeah.
to remember. But yeah, actually that's a solid security stance right there. Is to make up answers that are not real, so that anybody who has your actual real data couldn't possibly know it.
Take out of pocket.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
Because what we're running into, well, I say we as everybody who had their information taken, and I'm just assuming mine's a part of it, is these out-of-pocket questions, or these questions that can be answered by things that are on Equifax and Experian. It's impacting other things like insurance, health insurance, car insurance, that type of thing,
Yeah.
because those same questions are being asked by those other companies, and that's breached data.
Yeah.
So it's outside of acquiring credit, there's other things too. Retirement plans.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not trying to acquire new credit. I want to acquire your 401.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that information that's breached, I can validate that I'm you.
Yeah.
And get your information from your Roth or your 401k,
Yeah.
and now that becomes my money.
And the amount of data that has been leaked out now is enough to give them everything. So, so what I hear you saying is that that it's a pretty bad hack, and you should. I told you I was gonna get you. I told you. I warned you ahead of time. I told you I was gonna get you. But just the fact that you had to turn around and face me because you're so annoyed right now just warms the cockles of my heart. To Dean's question, though, Dean brought up... You're just going to mean mug me until I acknowledge you. So Dean brought up Blueborn, which was the Bluetooth hack that was disclosed, I think, 2 weeks ago now, a little bit over a week. Look, I annoyed you. Get over it. He's mad. So Blueborn was talked about like 2 weeks ago or so. Dean specifically wanted me to bring it up, or wanted us to bring it up. He goes, I have just had to lock my wife's Android phone Motorola down because of Blueborn. Tell those that don't know about it, pretty please, chaps. It has the potential to be very bad on unpatched phones. So for the most part, the majority of phones have already been patched, especially if you're running iOS. If you're running... are you just going to do this for the rest of the show? if you're
I just
running
want to know what
iOS,
that looked like. Like, just straight up, if I could have burned a hole in his head, I would have done it.
you absolutely would have. So iOS and
That's gotta be so awkward.
Most flavors of I was good for a while, and then I was like, okay, seriously.
Like, okay, I'm uncomfortable now. So you were
it's just like
awkward
for everybody else.
straight up, just staring. I do hate you, and I hope you burn just uncontrollable burst into flames.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So Blueborn is bad if you're on an unpatched phone for sure. If you haven't seen the videos, there's some really interesting videos where they show you the security researchers basically deploying a Blueborn payload where they hack a phone in like 2 minutes tops, and they control it. They own it. They actually take a picture of. I mean, it's a contrived setup. Don't get me wrong, but they have like a phone sitting out like this, and there's some lady like working on a keyboard. And so they take a picture of her, but it's all done remotely. I mean, that's a real thing that they can do. It's creepy. It's weird. So patch your stuff. If you have a phone and you haven't checked for updates, make sure you're applying all of your updates. Yeah.
So, Dean, I used to work for BMW.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, yes.
Way back when.
Jason,
apparently Samsung has not been patched.
hang on to that. Hang on, I got to attack some people.
Okay.
Jason, I don't work for Apple. I do like the iPhone, so what I'm trying not to be is like a total Google fanboy. I am a Google fanboy. I really, really am. 1,000%. You will find no one bigger Google fanboy than me. I do a lot of things, and I support a lot of the stuff that they do. But I have to give credit where credit is due. Apple is continuing to push things. I don't like the iPhone X. Don't get me wrong. I don't like what they've done with that. But they continue to push things such as the camera, the processor, which makes it better for us as a Android community, because that means somebody else has to get better. So as a consumer, we're getting some baller phones now. They're coming at baller prices.
Yeah.
So I do like what Apple's doing with that. They're making things better for the cameras, because what we're finding is, and this goes back to the point where I've argued with you and another one of our friends that basically says, you will pay $1,000 for a phone because that phone will be a phone plus something better than a DSLR that you pocket.
Yeah.
You will do that. I mean, so you don't have to carry two devices.
It's coming, but the problem, like my argument against that is not everybody has a DSLR, so it's not a selling point for everybody.
It isn't.
People are going to see the $1,000 price tag and go, why? And that's where I think there's going to be a tremendous market for great phones that are not premium phones.
I agree, but you're going to have those folks that go, I am a person who would want to have a DSLR plus a phone. This is a great mesh, and I actually save money, because a really good DSLR, you're looking at like $600, $700, $800.
Yeah.
Plus a really great, not premium but great phone, another $600. You got $1,200 wrapped into it, or a $1,000 iPhone.
Yeah.
And so it's going to happen.
So hang on, I just want to. I need to talk to my people real quick. So Jason points out that stare that requires a date, and now you owe me a steak dinner. Ruth's Chris. Done. Happening.
No, you misinterpreted the stare. The stare was, I was actually really hoping. Let's
just say that I feel violated. If you know what I'm saying.
I don't. Well, it's too bad I couldn't have killed you, because I
also
would've.
Dean says my dog stares like that when she wants part of my food. Are you hungry? Well, we'll take.
Wow.
I feel like we had a psychic moment right there where we both, basically just yelled things at each other. Man, I can't wait until we can just go off the deep end.
Yeah, you're right. $400 flagship has ended. Technology pushes technology, and
absolutely.
I love that.
Absolutely.
I love that.
We're technology people. Like that's. I mean, the channel is called Technically Speaking. Like we are very tech centric, but.
Most people, you're right. Most people do not carry the two devices.
For sure, no. Well, yeah. I would say the vast majority don't, unless you just happen to be a person that also takes awesome pictures.
But so let me challenge you on that though. Those people do it. Those people probably didn't carry those two devices because it was clunky. But if I have the ability to do that non-clunkily, clunkily
with less clunkification,
correct, then I'm going to do that because. I got kids. I take a ton of photos of my kids. I take a ton of videos. Now I have the ability to do really high quality stuff. Spoiler, not this week's video, but next week's video is going to be a conversation about how do I get better audio using the DJI Osmo Mobile, my phone, plus either a lavalier mic or a shotgun mic from Rode, where I can do shows on the go with great photo quality, or great video quality and great audio quality. How can I do that? Because I really think that the world is going towards that mobile revolution. So how can I do that and be better? Do better. All right, so let's do a game. Would you rather? How long have we been going? Like an hour? Are you even a part of the show? Go ahead.
Well, you did it to me. You just
I don't want to do it.
I hate you as a person.
Box combo. So need that extra bread.
Oh, yeah,
Extra
that'll
bread.
too.
I was really interested about how basically Apple is going to die out soon and is already preparing for it because they are too far ahead.
I can't get behind it.
And won't be able to innovate it much more. I think innovation's going to change.
Yes.
I guess that would be the actual definition of innovation because I'm an idiot.
True.
FYI, as I believe you a lot say, if you use an actual lock screen on Android, Blueborn can't be deployed. It's not a fix, but it's an easy way to protect yourself. Lock screen like a pin lock or like a pattern lock. I guess I would.
If you use an actual lock screen on Android.
What do you mean? Is like pin lock or fingerprint or
fingerprint yes, pattern yes, pin yes would protect you. If you have swipe to unlock, that does not protect you from Blueborn.
Well, it shouldn't protect you from anything.
Totally agree. But I think the other piece of this is the reason that Blueborn is still so terrifying, even if you have a pin on there, is there's also the potential that once you're connected via Bluetooth, you can also start to do other enumeration attacks. So you can start to basically probe the device and figure out whether or not there's some other exploits that you can take advantage of that would give you, at the very least, file system access, which is still pretty bad. So, yeah, I mean, I completely agree with you, Dean. Yes, if you have, at the very least, some type of a password where you have to type in some type of information, the attacker that attacks you with Blueborn would not necessarily be able to have that, but still, problem. So the one thing that I want to bring up to you is you brought up like the whole concept of the $1,000 price tag and whether or not it's that much of a difference between existing phones and next generation phones. That concept is exactly what basically what this week's video is going to be, where we get into, I get into the performance differences between the 2016 and the 2017 MacBook Pro. There's $1,000 price difference between these two laptops.
There is an iPhone X price difference.
Yeah,
between these two laptops that you see right here.
So yeah, I mean to the comments about like Apple and their lack of innovation, the expense of these technologies, is it worth is it worth the extra $1,000? And I think we're going to start to see a lot of people really question whether or not they need a new device. Do you need a new phone every year, every couple of years? Because the price isn't going down for sure. You're not going to get an iPhone X any cheaper than $1,000 from here on out. The technology is only going to get more expensive. So at this point, you have to start to justify at what price point do you get which features, and are those features enough for you? Like, you're either buying at a certain price point or you're out there for a certain set of features, and those features come at a certain different price point, something along those lines. So yeah, that's my point. So yeah, check it out Sunday. Hopefully, I got a lot of work left to do on that video.
Sunday, what time?
Oh my God.
Sunday, what time,
Yeah,
Greg?
I'm not gonna put out a time. Let's just say Sunday, and it's hopefully before midnight. So
Wow, somebody paid $5.
$5 ask.
$5. Woo! All right, I love this.
So let's go ahead and take the time. So we're gonna jump right into game time now. Let's do another round of Would You Rather. And Mr. E. Root says, would you rather drink a glass of gasoline once a week or have the Whisper song stuck on repeat?
Okay, so the Whisper song, are we talking about like Careless Whisper or like, hey girl, let me hear what you did? That Whisper song. Be really specific about the Whisper song because
Yeah.
there's multiple.
Yeah, well,
There's Careless Whisper from Wham. That's
wow.
right.
Wow, that's a reference.
Oh, God. A glass of gas? A glass of gasoline.
Once a week. I mean, it's once a week.
I would take the Whisper song.
I feel like I would have to. I feel like there's probably some long-running health effects to
Or have the Whisper song stuck so your entire
stuck
work
on
day.
repeat for the entire workday.
Just a work day.
Yeah, I'll
though.
take that every time.
That's just 8 hours.
Yeah.
That gasoline thing, I think, I'm not positive.
Would kill you.
I think that's death.
Yeah.
Which is longer than 8 hours.
Pretty sure. Well, 8 hours at
Or what
worst.
about this? Or never.
Lil Jon, the one by Lil Jon,
Oh. Definitely Little John.
or Yin Yang Twins. I wonder which one it actually is.
Yeah!
Okay.
Did you know that
I would-
the current generation,
Yeah.
their yeah is another one from the other rapper?
Cool story, bro.
No, what's the DJ Khaled?
Oh God,
Another one. Another one.
I am not a fan of DJ
They
Khaled.
this generation says that is their Little John.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I
That
also
just
think
clipped the Holy
probably
Spirit
did.
out of everybody.
um,
Not
I-
Wham. It was George Michael only. Probably. I'm gonna look
music
that up.
expert. Yeah, now you have to.
Hey, you should just be impressed that I was able to say that much.
Yes.
Careless Whisper.
I love hip hop, and I still don't like Lil Jon, and I for sure don't like DJ Khaled. I don't like club hip hop though. Like I love.
So
like,
that was
interesting-
specifically just George Michael.
Wow.
That would be
Dean-
July 24th,
Dean wins.
1984. I was single digits years old.
1984. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. Actually, yeah, I was too. Huh.
Yep.
Weird. Make him say.
Na 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 na.
Okay. Would you rather?
Would you rather? There's awful would you rather.
I mean, I would straight up rather listen to the music. And I am definitely one of those people that if
Give
I
me
get a
music
song stuck in my
all
head, oh my
day
god,
long.
I'm so screwed.
Really?
I can't. If I get a song stuck in my head, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble.
Dude, I can't answer this.
What?
I can't answer this
What do you got?
one.
What do you got? Oh, no, yeah, no.
I can't
No.
do that.
No, I can't. Yeah.
That's no.
There's moral problems with some of those.
Oh my god.
God, okay,
Why
he's
is
looking.
what is this awful website?
He's looking at a website of would you rathers, and one of them is just all I see is a picture of Hitler, and I am I'm out.
Would
do
you
you got?
rather have no one show up to your wedding
Yeah,
or your funeral?
I don't care. I literally don't care. If no one shows up to either one of those, that doesn't bother me in the least. I wanted to when I got married, my wife and I had discussed running away and just eloping in Vegas. Like we want to do the whole like cheesy Elvis wedding, like 3 people there type of deal. Like just that. Like I'm cool with that. Funeral, I'm dead. Nobody cares. I'm dead.
No one cares about you living either.
Aw.
We have another would
Your
you
face.
rather. Would you-
Greg, hang on. Greg is a no limit soldier.
I see you
I
working.
got you, fam. Melissa. Oh, you gonna read?
I can see it. Would you rather live without internet or without AC and heat?
I would rather live without AC and heat.
I would rather also live without AC and heat. I'm telling you this because I would buy copious amounts of fans. Fans. I would have a wind tunnel.
You know what's so funny about that is my immediate thought. We went the opposite way with that because your immediate concern is
Hot.
It's gonna be too hot, and
gonna
my
be
thought
too
was
hot.
like, I don't want to be cold. That was my immediate.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, dude, I know.
100%.
100%.
So I was thinking, like, I have computers. Computers generate heat. I'm good for the wintertime, but without internet, none of that stuff matters, man.
We got another super chat, man. Super chat's hot tonight.
Jason.
I love this.
Love what you're working with. Would you rather be shot or stabbed?
Ooh. Where am I? Where am I shot and stabbed?
Is this lethal or non-lethal? I mean, that's.
Well, I mean,
the thing.
technically, if you're shot or stabbed, they could always be lethal.
Yeah, I know, but I
Depending.
feel like if we're doing this, Melissa says, so you'll push the hot air around.
Yeah, because
At least it's moving.
At least it's moving. I need AC, but
But Wi-Fi is needed.
like I get it. Like
can
I'm
around
worried about
Wi-Fi.
like the cold.
Yeah.
look, the cold. You just put more blankets on. Just put more blankets on. That's an easy fix. But when it's hot, and I got all my clothes off.
Yeah.
It's just wind tunnel. Just hot wind tunnel.
Hang on.
Shot or stabbed.
I need to take a moment here. While Jason is answering whether or not we're being shot or stabbed lethally, I'm hoping it's non-lethally.
I'm hoping it's non-lethally.
Melissa says, I had a great wedding, so I would rather have no one at my funeral than wedding.
Agreed.
Yeah, I totally get that. I guess my thing is, like, the wedding is not about the other people to me. It's about, you know what I mean? Like, it's about me and my wife. It's not about the other people that are there. Granted, the other people there help make it fun, so I get her point. But.
Ethan said, would you rather lose all of your possessions or all of the pictures you've ever taken?
Hang on.
Above that.
We gotta... I missed that one. Ethan, we'll get back to you. Dean also says that he has the paperwork to go to the students when he dies, so... Yeah, give your body to science. I appreciate that one. Okay, so it's lethal.
Whoa!
Whoa! I'd rather be shot then. If it's gonna be lethal, why suffer any more than you have to? I'd way rather be shot.
Well, I mean, if it's lethal, I mean, but you could okay. So if I could lethally shoot you in the throat,
yeah,
and you could bleed out, and that would hurt.
Yeah, but stabbing wouldn't be any better.
Or I think it's this. I think we're talking about the same amount of time. If you stab me in the head, it's the same as shooting me in the head.
What if?
This is dark.
Hang on. What if you were shot through the heart?
Shot through the heart. What is it? And you're to blame.
There it is.
Who you love by your name.
I do actually.
I play my part.
Wow, you were going to go into the second verse too.
I was.
Or not second verse, but whatever.
Second part of the chorus.
And
you play your game.
So are you getting shot or are you getting stabbed?
Oh God, can I?
No. You.
I will take the stab.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a crazy person. Would you rather lose all of your money and valuables or all of the pictures you have ever taken?
I'll get rid of my valuables.
Oh yeah, I would.
You can always get more valuables.
Yeah. That's weird to me because I am not I'm not a sentimental person. Like I'm much more about like the memories than I am belongings.
Hang on.
But
like Nickelback. Look at his photograph.
God, this is like an all song.
Every time it make me laugh.
It's so ridiculous. Oh God. You threw me so far.
I threw a Nickelback reference on you.
Yeah.
Nickelback, true story, wildly successful. One could argue that.
Hang on.
One could argue that they're
successful.
One could argue that they could be one of the greatest bands ever.
Oh, die in a fire! God, you are the worst. You are the worst.
Statistically, I'm not wrong.
You are not,
and
you
know, statistics are 68% correct.
Hang on, bastards. Bastards just made me. Dean, you slay me, dude.
I love that you watch our show while you're like, she's
asleep. Yeah.
Hey,
his wife hates us. Never met us before.
What is her
hates us?
What is her favorite song? Hold the phone up to her ear.
He'll sing.
I will totally. If I know it, I will sing it.
Yes, it will happen. Yes, Nickelback sucks. Okay.
Would you rather live in a world where there are no problems, or live in a world where you rule the world?
I don't want to rule it. I
really?
No.
You're always kind of like that.
Yeah, I'm such a hippie. Like, I would much rather peace, love, and happiness. Next week, the Technically Speaking musical live feed, for sure. Beachy's also an NSYNC fan.
It's gonna be me.
Justin Timberlake, I'll give you. NSYNC as a whole.
They're catchy songs, man.
I don't disagree.
Look, I grew up during that time. I had two sisters.
Okay,
like that time. Yeah, that was on repeat in the house.
Well, because that was the same era as that's when Britney Spears hit the scene. That's when
90 Degrees, Backstreet Boys.
Oh God, yes.
What's the other to all those concerts?
What's the other mostly famous female singer type? She's got a really good voice. What's her name?
Beyonce?
No, the
Destiny's Child.
Good Lord. The other one that came out at the same time is Britney Spears.
Christina Aguilera.
Thank you. That one.
Someone's Christina Aguilera.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's Aguilera.
Whatever. That chick. Sing Ice Ice Baby. That's a great one.
Sorry.
Oh, God.
Would you rather live in Harry Potter's world or live the life of fame and wealth?
Oh, I think that one's an interesting one.
I'm taking the Harry Potter world. No question.
Really?
No question.
Why is that?
Am I wait, hang on. Am I a muggle?
Yeah.
Or am I a wizard?
It doesn't say. It just says, would you rather live in the Harry Potter's world? So, I mean, I feel like if you're going to put well, I'll go back to the if you're going to put a stipulation on that you have to be a wizard, then what would be the stipulation on the other side for the rich and powerful one?
I don't know. That's my thing, is like rich and powerful on an island
In the middle of the Caribbean, and here comes Hurricane Irma.
Stop it. Not right now. Too soon.
I'm just saying.
Why? So when in doubt, when you need more, need more would you rather's, you go to, of all places,
Reddit,
because there's going to be some gnarly ones out there.
Reddit's good for a lot of things.
Oh, wait. What? What's her song? Not gonna be me.
Miss
TLC.
Says,
Don't change.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Please stick to the
Peachy is a squib.
What's that?
Harry Potter reference.
What's squib? What's a squib?
You feel the entire internet judging you right now.
I don't even care. Judge me.
All right, what do you got?
I don't know what it is.
Oh, no, you're suffering. I am not.
Would you rather be able to comprehend everything you read instantly, or retain everything you've ever read forever?
Oh, man.
So basically, you
comprehend
everything, but you'll forget it.
Retention is useless without memory.
Or you retain it, everything you ever read.
Retention is useless without memory. So, now.
Well, no. It doesn't say retention. It says comprehension. Comprehend everything that you say instantly.
Comprehension is useless without memory.
Well, what I'm saying is...
Or did I say retention? I meant to say comprehension if I said... I almost clipped my beer.
So, my thing is, do I get my current status of memory? Like, I can remember something? Or is it like I immediately comprehend and it's like, out the window? Like, I feel like the retain everything is the superpower of that. The comprehension is I still maintain my human-like ability to remember, but I just comprehend it instantly, which, if that's the case, I'm taking the instantly. Every time.
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually.
I don't want to remember everything, so like I recall something from 1941, back when FDR was around.
19-dickety-two.
I don't care about that, but if I can say, like, I can look at this and go, I comprehend exactly what that is immediately, I will take that. That skill is
super valuable.
Whoa, useful.
Yeah. That's a really good point, because the other thing is, like, so you remember everything that you read forever. First of all, don't read anything messed up. Would you? Well,
I don't know how we're gonna get to that one.
We're gonna do that one.
I don't know how we're gonna get to that one.
But yeah, so you would have to be very careful with what you read, because I would not want. I have a hard enough time with songs getting stuck in my head, and my memory sucks. So having literally eidetic memory and being able to remember everything that you've ever read.
So you would say you wouldn't chase those waterfalls?
I would not chase those waterfalls.
You would stick to the rivers.
And the lakes
that you're used to.
I hate you as a person.
You should.
Yeah, I would. I'm gonna switch that. I would probably go with understanding things instantly.
Would you rather eat pizza that literally tastes like crap?
Yeah. Or
a piece of crap that actually tastes like pizza?
Let me take a moment. Jason says I need more beer. Brother, I haven't even touched this one. I got you covered, man. So. Pizza that tastes like crap, or literal crap that tastes like pizza.
Yep. You're eating poop.
Or
either way, you're eating poop.
Well, no, because one of them is actually pizza. It just tastes bad. I have eaten some nasty stuff that is
not
totally
poop.
Edible food.
Not poop.
Not poop. Totally edible. I'll take pizza. real pizza that just happens to taste like crap.
Which one are you taking?
Pizza that tastes like crap. Pizza that tastes like actual poop. I will eat that versus literal poop.
Would you rather be able to perfectly mimic any human voice or be able to mimic any non-human sound?
Hang on, Dean, I have seen that documentary of the English piano player that has a 7-second memory. It's really fascinating stuff.
Wow, I'll actually have to watch that after
it's really, really interesting. Like, you see the guy basically welcome somebody into his house. The wife is right there. The wife is used to this by this point. They have a whole conversation. The guy goes into the kitchen, comes right back out, introduces himself again. No memory of it. I think that guy is the basis of the movie Memento, directed by, what's his name? Guy that did Interstellar, guy that did all the new Batmans, guy that did Dunkirk.
I'm not a movie guy, you know.
Oh, I know, and it pains me. And he's a fantastic director too. Okay, Nate goes retention. Wait, what was the next question, or what was the question?
Yeah. Here you go. This is straight out of Harry Potter too.
Christopher Nolan. Oh my God, it was driving me crazy.
Would you rather live your whole life with people thinking you're a hero, but when you die they realize that you're a villain, or live your whole life with people thinking you're a villain, but when you die they realize you're a hero?
So that's the Batman question. Oddly enough, that is basically the same question asked in the Batman movie that Christopher Nolan, because I finally remembered his name. Yeah, you live long enough to die a hero, or you. No,
which one do you choose?
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
I'll take the villain.
Live as a villain.
I'll live as a villain.
But you are very interested in legacy. Like, that is...
My hands are clean.
Yeah.
Like, I know that, like, during my life I did the right thing.
Yeah.
Even though people perceived... And perception is reality, I get that.
Yeah.
Like, they perceive me as a villain. That's the perception. Yeah. That's the reality. But then after the fact, oh, he actually saved the world.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I get it.
I mean, I would probably go that route too, because I don't particularly care what people think of me now. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't matter
legacy
to me.
Means something to me.
Yeah, legacy. The legacy argument gets me because kids. That's the thing that gets me, because I wouldn't want my kids to
be
then find out that
by my name.
But that's the only reason. Like, anybody else, I don't give a crap about that.
Agreed. So you give me one from Ethan. Was it one for Ethan?
So, well, there's a couple of them here. Well, Dean says, I only ever see that size of beer can on anything from America. All of our cans are double the size. Okay, we have the Mongo, like the enormous
tall boys.
size. Yeah, we call them tall boys, but yeah, we have those enormous size cans, but they're what? You almost spit your pop out.
We have those enormous size cans.
Yes. Yes, we have those enormous cans. We're talking about cans, sir. I would appreciate it if you would keep it professional, please.
You're on the wrong show, bud. You're on the wrong show.
There's a lot of breweries that do not make beer in that size, which is unfortunate, but whatever. Would you rather be... Oh my god, everything keeps scrolling faster than I can...
Would you rather have my last name over and over again or write the ABCs? Yanatuno's not that bad.
I guess I have to go with the ABCs, because...
You've probably gotten so fast... yeah, it's not so bad.
Hang on.
I don't know what game we're playing, but...
Yeah, I mean, that's not too bad. I type a lot. I type a lot, so I can probably bang it out real quick. Yeah. Would you rather be the only? Would you rather only be able to? I can't read. Would you rather be only able to watch the few movies with Rotten Tomatoes scores of 95 to 100%, or only be able to watch the majority of movies with a Rotten Tomatoes score of 94% and lower?
So, full disclosure, I don't really care much about movies. I just don't. If now flip that to music, I would take the 94% and lower of music.
Because
there's just more of it.
Yeah.
I like a lot of music.
Yeah.
I like a copious amount of music. And
I mean, I almost have to choose the 94% and lower because some of the best movies that I've ever seen scored terribly. I mean, just not good scores. It would. I'm choosing the 94% and lower, but it breaks my heart to even think about the amazing movies that I would miss out on that are that good because I am a movie person. I have a 120-inch projector in my basement. I watch movies a lot.
True story. We actually watched the McGregor Mayweather fight
on that screen.
We did.
And it was awesome.
How did that end up?
I mean, it was all right. So anyway.
Oh! Would you rather try to pronounce my last name forever or have to use your tongue stuck to a pole? And it's not. I'm pretty sure that I said it right. Jan and Tuno. I'm pretty sure that I said it right.
Maybe. Peachy can't play my game. Mystery Root says, hey,
oh,
Drew,
that's the game. Yeah. Oh, crap. Okay, well, I screwed that up.
Idiot.
I'm so dumb.
You're so dumb. But you're pretty, so...
Yeah.
You're what we would call in the industry a prettyit.
Oh, did you think of that all yourself?
I did. I worked on it.
Why don't you go back to reading comments?
Okay, I'll do that. I worked on it for a while.
Would you rather...
What do you got? We'll do one more and then get back to things.
Always forget the name of a song when asked the title.
I do that anyway.
Or always forget the name of the place when asked for the destination.
Oh, I'll take place. I'll take place.
Because
that would be an improvement. That would be an improvement.
Yeah,
for
like
me. I forget the name of the title.
It's the place beside McDonald's. Yeah. It's a big gray building.
Yeah.
You mean the bank?
Yeah. The bank.
Bank.
What's the place with the yellow thingies that go up like this, and then
what's the one with the big plus sign? The hospital?
Yeah,
that's the place.
Take me to that place because I got stabbed and it's lethal and I'm probably dying.
What
See
you did there? Would you rather have the ability to pause time or rewind it?
Man.
Pause time.
I feel like rewinding it is way more strategically advantageous.
You could dodge the lethal bullet.
I could.
Or the lethal stab.
Yeah. Or...
But does it change the outcome? Doesn't say that. It just says rewind. So do you bleed earlier? Does it exit from your chest?
Yes, it does. Has to. I don't know. Are we?
I don't know.
Let's dork it up. Are we going to leverage the many worlds interpretation of the multiverse, wherein, you might be able to do time travel. You might be able to mess with the space-time continuum, but that is putting you into a whole different universe where that just never happened. It's not that you actually reverse time. You're just in a completely different universe now.
Would you rather fight with a bat?
Way to sidestep that.
Against a man with a katana?
Yep.
Or would you fight with a katana against a man with a bat? And so, full disclosure, totally read that as a bat. Which I was like, I don't know how this is gonna work. Like I was like, I'm gonna get in a fight with an animal, and there's gonna be some dude with a sword over there. I'm like, you chill out, bro. Let me handle this bat real quick.
Throw a vampire bat. I
was like, I don't really know what to do with it. But now that I read that in my head, see, if I would have had the interpretation comprehension power.
Oh, instantly comprehend. That's a tough one, man.
Fight with a katana against a man with a bat.
The problem is, I feel like if you got a katana, you have one shot that you better drop that dude. Because if all I got to do is close the distance. If I close the distance and I have a bat, I would take the bat.
I would take the bat.
But you better block a shot because that katana is sharp. If it's a real Japanese folded, Nippon steel, like the real deal.
Full disclosure, at that point, if it's to the point where I know, I'm either going to die, I am sacrificing an arm.
Wow.
Yeah, I would go.
Well, for
up for one arm
that
and then
or
just
death,
I will take it.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna go straight through.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a clean.
The other thing,
and then just straight up.
The other thing, it doesn't actually say that this is a dude that is trained to actually use.
It doesn't say that.
So I would probably roll the dice with that. And let's also hope that it's like one of those cheap Turkish replica katanas that aren't actually.
It's still gonna be like
they don't. Yeah, I mean it's gonna jack your arm up, but it's also gonna probably fold in half too.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, that's fun.
Would you rather every day have one random personal item disappear forever, or at noon, the teenager in closest proximity to you slap you in the face?
I'll take the teenager slapping me in the face because I will level that.
Every day you get slapped in the face.
That's assault, and then I'll just drill them in the face. Oh,
I love the Reddit. I love like Reddit's Would You Rather's because they're
good. Yeah, some of them are really good. Well, and you only get the cream of the crop.
Like, so weird.
Okay. What?
Hang on,
What kind of
Dean
topics
asked
you
a
wanna close
question.
Yeah.
Oh God. Which one would you rather have mentioned for? Well, yeah, gun.
Yeah.
You don't have to close the distance.
Really obvious.
I did not catch the reviews for the Jaybird runs, but did you know that Bose also came out with their truly wireless buds? They actually announced yesterday. They are listed at $239.
Truly wireless earbuds, not
earbuds.
the. So
No.
They did the Bisto headphones.
They did the Bisto headphones.
See what we did there?
The Bisto headphones. Yeah. Those were officially announced, and they went live today.
So this is truly wireless earbuds. That's pretty sweet.
That happened, but also that same day they announced that you could pre-order their truly wireless earbuds from Bose. I think at $250, $239 or something like that. Either way, I know. Sorry, jeez, that's almost like real time.
I know, that was creepy.
They say that they're on par with the AirPods. Here's my issue with the wireless buds right now, and I actually thought about making this a topic.
I know, like Grand Swank yes.
Right now, every single wireless bud, with the exception of the AirPods, feels like I have to just jam them into like the depths of my ear canal, and it absolutely hurts. Yeah, it hurts. It's so not bad. It's not comfortable at all. With the majority of them, there's some that are better, like the Skybuds were a little bit better. The last ones I reviewed, the Jabras, they really, really hurt a lot. But the AirPods just sit there. Now, I get that. Yeah, the Bose neck speaker was so dumb. So dumb. Little known fact, in the 80s, Radio Shack actually came out with that same concept. In the 80s. I'm not kidding.
Okay, hang on.
It like comes way down. It's like a neck radio.
Let's also not get it twisted in terms of ideas that came out in the past that got reinvented but then also took off. I have not seen the Bose neck radio thing. Or neck
so it's a scarf.
Yeah.
That plays music.
Okay. I think
it's plastic.
I think
it's this wide. Okay, so you know the LG headphones that people pull in, they wear them around their neck and then they pull up?
Yeah.
They're a little bit thicker. It's about like that thick. Goes around the whole neck. Speakers. That's it.
Just speakers, not actually headphones.
No, just speakers.
Okay. So I think that's dumb, but I don't discredit anybody who takes an idea from the past and tries to put a new spin on it because that's how and why we have the iPad.
No, totally get it.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I agree with that. I don't understand the use case for that.
Could you imagine like bebopping around work, just blasting some of the tunes that we listen to?
No.
T.I.?
I feel like we might get fired.
Oh, you think?
I feel like that would be a possibility. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so I didn't catch the reviews for the Jaybird runs, but the Bose ones are going to be really interesting. I'm trying to figure out how I can get those.
Good luck. I see Ethan brought up something about VR, and I want to go off on a dork tangent so bad, but I won't. But I won't do it. But I want to. I love VR.
Let's
wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Brought to you by
Wrap it up, B.
CondomDepot.com.
Yes. I don't. Which one do you want to do? You want to do piracy, electric cars?
I don't know.
Tesla.
I don't know.
So I got a bone to pick with
me.
No.
Lay it on.
Yeah, we got say something. I
bet you won't. I bet you won't.
With
what I'm hearing you say,
it doesn't work for me.
Nothing.
I don't care.
I'm hearing you say nothing.
I don't care. Nothing.
Not enough.
I got a bone to pick with the EU. Dean, looking at you, man.
Oh,
I said it. So the EU withheld a study that shows that piracy doesn't hurt sales. So,
on top of that,
Engadget ran a story about an EU-funded study wherein they were trying to figure out to what extent, the intent was to figure out to what extent piracy hurts sales of digital content, so music specifically. And what they found out that there really wasn't any negative impact to sales of music.
None.
So they then turned around and suppressed said report. Now,
What do you think about them apples, Dean?
yeah. What do you got to say about that, huh? Where's your defense?
Did you suppress it, Dean?
Was it you?
Dean,
was
did you do it?
Specifically? So God, the piracy thing is super tough for me to get behind.
Why?
Which is super ironic to me.
Why?
Because I was one of those kids growing up.
You didn't
without
pirate.
question.
You did not do it. You didn't do it.
So I did not.
You knew people that
But
did it.
hypothetically, I knew some people.
You
I knew
knew
how it was done.
You knew a guy.
And I knew people that did it.
I got a guy.
But I did not.
Never.
Never.
I know a guy.
But I knew people that did. So, yeah, I mean, I understood the logic behind why people did it, because I knew several people that would download things, try them out, and then go, oh, this is awesome, and then go and buy it. Like, that is a thing that happened regularly. So I always sat on the side of piracy doesn't hurt, it only helps, it gives you exposure, blah, 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 blah. All of the same kind of rote arguments that you always hear. However, we are now in content production. So...
Dean, did you not hear about Brexit, Greg? This is why we left. I knew it!
God, that is hilarious. Yeah.
Fair. Well done. Also, I'm stealing. I'm gonna borrow. There's another report that's out there that says that the music industry is actually doing better than it ever has.
Of course. Of course. But, you know,
How about them suppressed datas?
Taylor
Bang!
Swift, Taylor Swift's still going to pull her album off of
Tidal?
Well, I mean, Tidal and what's the other? Spotify, because, like, artists don't make enough money. And I'm not even going to argue with that. Look, I'm not hang on. I'm not an artist on that level. I can't comment as to whether or not they don't make enough money. But, yeah, it's very clear that streaming is the way to go and that there's a lot of money to be made there. And if artists need to renegotiate, I get that. But don't give me the argument that, streaming services aren't charging enough because, you know, like, everybody's not making $11 billion. That's stupid.
That's a greed problem.
That's for sure a greed problem.
Cut
out the middleman. Cut out the middleman.
Tidal. Tay-tay.
I mean, it's not.
Look what you made me do,
Taylor.
Taylor.
Not buy music. You know what I mean?
Look what you made me do, Tay-tay.
Oh, God.
Whatever.
Switching disc on the Dreamcast during load sequence. That was the PlayStation 1, not the Dreamcast.
Get it right.
Plebe.
Loser.
God. But now that we're in content production, the idea that somebody could come along and basically steal our stuff and put it out on some other platform, if it took off, like if our if our terrible show went to some other podcast or went to some other platform that somebody else monetized and they were making a boatload of money off of it because they knew how to market better than we do because we're amateurs, dude, that would suck. That would suck a lot. Like, I get why people would be upset about that.
I get it.
And
But they weren't making money, were they?
Okay. That's the problem with the piracy argument is the people that own the content are saying we are not making money because if you download a copy of it and then you distribute it to all your friends, that's all lost sales. And so I can see that.
Potentially lost sales.
I get that. But by the same token, flipping around and put that same scenario into our spot right now, where if somebody copied this podcast and distributed it out to 4 or 5 other people, that's 4 or 5 other clicks, listens, whatever, that we would miss out on. And especially at our level, that hurts a lot. That hurts a whole lot. To have 1 or 2 less viewers, that's a difference maker for us.
No, I totally get that. But I guess my thing is like, we're not ready to be copied yet. Like, copying us would get them nothing. Like, the number of clicks that we get is just not enough for them to make enough money to copy our stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, people like Chance the Rapper and
Yeah.
that type of stuff, that makes a difference.
Yeah.
Although, Chance the Rapper started on SoundCloud for free.
Yeah.
For literally just take my stuff.
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we're doing here.
I get that. And I mean, there's very clearly, there's not that I'm trying to totally gut ourselves, but like there's a talent difference. Like Chance the Rapper is super talented.
Hello.
But has also been on the grind forever and a half. And was also smart enough in terms of, I mean,
let's be honest, who's the talented one out of these two?
You're the upper end of mediocre.
Talented.
Look, we've discussed this. You're the good looks, I'm just the beard. Like that's my purpose.
I'm the CEO for a reason.
That's a real thing. He is actually the CEO of our little
we
company.
have an operating agreement.
And he is actually the CEO.
We legitimately have an operating agreement.
So anytime you hear CEO status come out of his mouth,
yeah, it's funny.
That's why. Yeah.
Little known fact, we did have a third member to this.
Yeah.
And we might someday.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
I'm hoping to bring said third member and some other people on the show to do a kind of expanded, like, let's get some outside opinions on here so we can have some like real-time feedback on real-time conversation, I guess I should say.
We are actively looking right now to build. I'm gonna just go put you on blast.
Yeah.
Greg's building an Rtmp server, I think.
Yeah, it's Rtmp. So it's for the people that don't speak super dork. Rtmp server is basically going to allow us to rebroadcast the show that we do and the podcast and everything else out to a bunch of different platforms at the same time. If you think of the television analogy to this is simulcast, right? So we're going to simulcast not only to YouTube, also to Facebook.
Not Periscope.
Not Periscope. We thought about doing Twitch, but Twitch is...
It's mostly gaming.
It's mostly gaming, and boy, that's a different demographic, different crowd.
Which is fine. I mean, the big issue for us is we want to bring in, when we do the simulcast, we want to bring in someone who's not in our city.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of folks that I want to bring on.
Yeah.
That's to Dean's point. Are you
just
ever
gonna say,
going
too,
to do shows with Skype guests? The goal is that's why we're building that server.
Yeah. Remote, yes. Skype, maybe. I don't like Skype. Their video codecs are trash, but yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Honestly, it would be a...
soundproof panels on the wall behind you are the talent. Yeah.
Like I think it would be really, really cool to have, Duo would be one.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Thought about
where
Duo.
We would bring someone in, maybe even one of y'all. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to have some type of competition or something.
We'll do it. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
Anyway,
so yeah, that's on the plans too.
That's all I got.
You got anything else? Wrap it up, B.
Wrap it up. Brought to you by CondomDepot.com.
Exactly. Also, yes, we do have pretty. The phrase "pretty as a peach" definitely exists over here. We are familiar.
I always throw things like when someone goes, "How are you today?" and then I always use the line "just peachy." But it's really weird that when they go,
eat a 45 every time you do it too.
Wow.
Yeah, I said it. Go.
Wow.
When
someone else goes, "Oh, I'm just peachy," like they say it to me, and I'm like, "Huh." About that.
So fun story.
That's my last name. No, not really. And then I tell them. Yeah, it really is. I actually have had to show my bring the camera like
I'm interested
3 inches closer to you guys to
case.
get rid of this sliver of the bookcase.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
No way, man. I'm keeping it up there now. Wait.
It's that bookcase, I'm assuming. So okay.
I almost want to just make this just crooked.
So part of the reason why we didn't initially is because we're fairly animated, or we are in real life, maybe not necessarily in the show. So we were trying to be able to contain ourselves in shot. Wrap it up, light now, illuminate it. Okay, got it. Wait, you're going to finish before 2 hours. We'll keep going, Melissa. Don't come at me sideways, bro.
Bruh!
Love you, mean it. Anyway.
Wrap up the show, for God's sakes! Wrap the show up!
All right, so this has been an interesting show. A very interesting show. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. If you have not already done so, please definitely don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The subscriptions, the comments, everything.
It matters.
It really does matter.
It matters. You guys have no idea. The reason why we don't miss shows on Fridays is really because of you guys.
Yeah.
This was probably my most favorite show because it was like complete interaction.
Yeah.
And there's actually
we love the interaction.
There's a personality report around here somewhere that basically says how much I enjoy and thrive in the interaction.
Yeah.
We actually had talked about like my role.
Tattoo.
My role is kind of like the whip. So in for Dean, because Dean, I believe, is the only one that's not American here.
Whip.
The whip is basically a party person that gets people basically whipped into a frenzy to vote for something. That's kind of my role.
Politics.
Yeah, but I'm much better than any of the schmucks that we have, especially the freaking president.
Oh man, going out on a spicy note too. We usually don't talk about politics.
I don't want to talk about politics, but I know that I'm better.
Suck
it.
I don't disagree. So that will do it for this week. We're going to go out on a high note. Thank you everybody for stopping by. We will catch you guys next time.
Thanks, y'all.
Yep.